Hey, it's Olivia. I'm going to show you on my phone a picture of where the moon is going to be tomorrow. See that blue circle? That's the moon. It's going to be in Aries, and it's going to be there around 5:24 if I remember right. Look at the way everything is so clumped up. Anyway, the reason why I'm showing you that is to just make you aware. You may have already been feeling this if you're sensitive to the moon's energy. Sometimes that moon's energy is very harsh. And with it being in the sign of Aries, in the first house, is like Aries is more of a warrior sign, and the planet Mars also rules Aries, and the planet Mars is also a warrior planet. So you can imagine the double up energy of those two together opposing the sun. It's bad. So just be aware that your anger might try to explode on you. If you're consciously aware of what's going on with the moon, you may be able to stop it in time before you get too out of hand. But it's going to be intense. And not only that, I believe some people have already been feeling it. I can feel that in the readings. I can feel all the breakups, and you can feel the energy. But anyway, I know this light is spooky. It's not Halloween. I just thought I'd do this just for fun, but yet also at the same time just to make everybody aware of it that watches this video. I've not done this before, but I'm going to pull from 3 different oracle sets. I'm going to pull 3 cards from each one and just kind of see what we come up with. And then I'll interpret the information from the cards. And if I can't get a real good signal on the cards, then I'll clarify with that mini deck that I use a lot. So let's get the first 3. This is from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Let's see what kind of energy we have for the moon starting tomorrow around 5 p.m. Because that's when it's going to be, it's intense. Like if you feel like you're getting in an argument with somebody or somebody's starting to push your buttons, we would just gradually back away and say, well, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Or let's talk about that next week. That kind of energy. All right, let's see what we have. We have the High Priest, not the High Priestess, but the High Priest from back in the ancient days. Intend and create. Never thought about that. This would probably be a really good time to do that. It's manifesting. Try to manifest for tomorrow. And then we have the White Witch, and she's saying to be the light. To me, that makes perfect sense, because all of us that are trying to be awakened, and we're learning what is really been hidden from us for quite some time with all of the way the world is. But the White Witch she's a light worker. So basically she's saying, become the light. Don't get trapped up in the negativeness of this energy that this moon is going to be creating tomorrow. Be the light. And if that means, stepping away, by all means, step away. Don't let an argument overrule. Don't get caught up in that. And then after the moon, we have the Sun card. And this one just says, enjoy success and happiness. So that might be telling us, don't get caught up in it. Don't let people try to pull you into an angry situation, because everybody feels the moon a little bit different. It's all based on your birth chart. And I don't know all that stuff, but I know a little bit. But what I'm saying is there's going to be some people that feel it a lot more than others. I'm guessing the signs that are going to be affected the most are probably going to be the water signs. Because you're putting the fire with the water, there's going to be a lot of steam. A lot of steam. Because Aries is a fire sign. So we're talking about, that would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So those three would be people you know, you probably don't know everybody's zodiac sign. I realize that, but those three people may be the ones that feel it the most. And that just came to me. I didn't even think about that before. So anyway, if you want to manifest, go for it. But be the light in any situation that starts tomorrow with the full moon. Be the light. Don't get trapped with people's negative. Walk away. And then also with the sun card here, remember the sun's going to come out tomorrow. After this is the worst part of it is going to be done. And maintain happiness. Maintain happiness. All right, that's one deck. Let's see what the next deck is. Now the next deck here is those energy. This is that new deck that I've got. It's called the Energy Oracle deck. Let's just see if we can let's see if we can feel what the energy might be like for tomorrow. Maybe there's cards in here that can show us either what's going to happen or what we should avoid or something like that. I don't know how it's going to work. Let's just, for the moon that's coming out tomorrow, what are the 3 cards that we need to be aware of? Ooh, there might be some anxiety. Think about it. That means there could be arguing. Not being able to sleep at night. Maybe having bad dreams. Anxiety. And the second one. There's a door that's going to be opening to all of us. It says the door to personal healing and happiness. Sounds like the Sun card. That might be the divine's way of saying when you feel like you might be getting out of control or other people around you are getting out of control. You know, maybe the door to personal healing and happiness might be a gift that is being given to us. I'm just saying. And the third card for this deck. Ooh, indecision. Somebody had this today. The indecision, it's that crossroads. Ooh, no, don't, oh gosh. This just came. Don't make decisions during this full moon because your anger is going to be boiling. And there's a possibility that you might make a decision that you may regret. Do not be making any decisions for sure during this full moon. Because it might be something you regret. You might get a spur of anger that comes through and you might say, I'm walking away and I'm not coming back. You know, it might be something like that. Just be aware of that. And then the next deck is, oh, here it is, the Soul's Journey. What advice does the Soul's Journey have for us for the full moon tomorrow? Okay, there's one of them, okay. See what it says, regret. That means that's going back to the indecision. If you make a decision during this full moon with Aries, you might regret it. You might regret it. I know that I cannot change the past. Ooh, be careful. Be careful. The next card. Worry. Don't sit at home and worry about this. Just chill. Don't worry about it. I mean, don't let it get you so worried that you do get anxiety. I think it should be a quarantine day tomorrow for everybody. I'm just teasing. Oh, this is beautiful. Have courage. Just have the strength and the courage to fight off any anger that starts to boil up in you. Just let it, just do your best to keep it from growing. Because you don't want to say or do something that you're going to regret tomorrow or the day after. Now the energy for the moon does last the first week and the first week before the full moon and the second full week after. During that whole 2-week period is when it's like a what are the expressions of the moon? Wax and wane. So be careful. So we should have been feeling some of that this week. But anyway, I really liked it the way that these came out. I'm going to real quick just look at these again. You know, with the high priest, it says this is one of those ancient, I'm guessing it's more Greek or something like that. Intent and create. You know, that might be a way to keep your mind from getting boggled up with this energy that's going to be coming. If you're sitting there and you're contemplating on what it is that you want to create, then maybe that'll keep your mind preoccupied so that burst of anger that tries to sneak up on you is diminished. You know, let it pass while you're busy thinking about more positive things. And like I said, the White Witch is pretty much saying it to be the light. You know, don't let other people around you try to pull you into their arguing or bickering or whatever it is, whatever the negative is. And then remember, the sun will come up tomorrow or the next day after this. And it says to enjoy the success and happiness. Success that you made it through it, and the happiness that it'll be a long time before it happens again, hopefully. I don't know how frequently the full moon is in this particular, the house and the sign of Aries. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, so the house is the first sign that belongs to Aries, and the planet Mars also belongs to Aries. Now, I didn't really look at that picture that I showed you guys a while ago. I don't know where Mars was at. I didn't even pay attention to it. I was more concerned about the moon. So anxiety, just make sure that, you know, sometimes when you're around people that are negative or bickering, even if you're not part of it, it can bring anxiety. So just kind of back away from it. Or, you know, go to your room, shut the door or whatever. And then this one here, it says the door to personal healing and happiness. A lot of times when the full moons come, there are gifts that are given to us. So you might want to be able to, if you have time to sit alone, you might be able to sit in that energy and try to tap in to see what kind of energy might be bestowed upon you. A lot of times it's an increase in intuition, things on that nature. Indecision. Don't make any decisions. And regret. You might regret something you do if you let that energy overcome you. And worry. Yeah. I can see people worrying about their family if they're, working for the day. It could just take one person and get trigger hair crazy and do something at work, and it might affect a lot of people. you know. But the last and most important thing is to have courage. Have courage within yourself. And don't let other people try to overrule you. Just stand your ground. I know this was short and simple, but I feel like I don't need to say any more than what I'm reading from these 6 cards. Or actually there's 9 cards. I think they all have a special message for that. It feels that way for me. I hope that you guys like this, but just be aware that tomorrow it could be a little, what I've heard the expression, a little hairy. So just be careful. Alright. I will talk to you guys later this weekend possibly. Until then, namaste.